Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. And today before I start anything, I just want to request everyone that every day I'm uploading the notes and sharing the link of the video lecture. And you all are requested to very first go through the video lecture and then you go through the notes, because only the notes cannot help you in understanding the concepts. All the explanations are given in my video lecture only. Okay. And after going through the video lecture and the notes, if you are finding any problem, any doubts you have, just write down. We can discuss in the live session. Okay, so today we are going to continue the chapter force and pressure. And till now we understood that the pressure can be exerted by the solid, liquid and gas. We understood the meaning of atmospheric pressure. And today we are going to continue the atmospheric pressure only. That is how the atmospheric pressure is helping us in everyday life. And we'll see lots of examples today and we'll have the understanding as well. And before we start the application, we'll try to calculate the pressure exerted by the atmosphere. So we'll see calculation, some mathematics which can help us to find out how much is the pressure exerted by the atmosphere. So I hope you'll be finding interest in the class today, and still any doubt you just write down, we can discuss anytime. Okay, so let's start the class. So the topic we have is atmospheric pressure in everyday life. So we are going to discuss about the applications of the atmosphere in everyday life. And before we go for the application, let's have some mathematics. So let's try to calculate the atmospheric pressure that is acting on your head. So if you are within the atmosphere, how much pressure is given by the atmosphere, rough calculation we can do for it. The mathematics may be not so simple for you, but still a rough calculation you can understand here and can get the number, that is how much pressure is exerted by the atmosphere. So for this we are taking the concepts like you are standing within the atmosphere. So above your head, within some height of the atmosphere, there are molecules of the atmosphere which are giving you downward force. So we are going to calculate that force given by the molecules. We'll take the area of your head, that is top surface of your head. So we know the area, we know the force given by the molecules, and if you divide both you'll get the pressure, because force upon area is the pressure. So for this we have some concepts that we need to know, but still certain things which we are doing today are basically done in class 9th, so not to worry. So let's take the average height of the atmosphere above your head is 10 kilometer, but the atmosphere height is more than this, but within 10 to 12 kilometer the density is quite good, so we are taking that much only, and that is to be converted into meter, that is 10,000 meter height is there above your head. And one more thing you should know, when you talk about the density, any matter has density like solid, liquid, gas, and then the density has the SI unit of kilogram per meter cube. So we can calculate density of anything, any matter, and that will come in kilogram per meter cube in SI unit. And for the atmosphere, the average density is 1.2. So again, this is just a number you should know, but how to calculate the density you will see in class 9, not to worry. And just take an example, if your head has the top area approximately 15 into 15 centimeter square, that is 225 centimeters square, and that is in meter 0.0225 meter square. So this is the area of your head, that is top surface. And now one more thing you should know, like if you have any cuboid, if you have a cube, if you have the cylinder, if you find the area of the base and if you multiply that area with the height of the object, then you'll get the volume of that object. You might have done it in class 8. And volume is nothing but the space occupied by any object, that is three-dimensional space. So how much space is occupied, that is called volume, and that can also be calculated with the formula height into area. Okay, so above your head we have imagined a kind of a cuboid, because the surface of the head we have taken in the form of a square, and if you imagine a long cuboid above your head, so we can find out how much is the volume of that cuboid, and within that cuboid we have the number of molecules. So what we did, we multiplied the height of the atmosphere that we have taken, that is how much, 10,000 meter, with the area of your head, how much, 0.0225 centimeter square. Multiplying this, we are getting 225 meter cube. So this is the volume of the cuboid that we have imagined above your head, and this is the space within which we have the molecules. So we got the volume of the molecules within the space above your head. Now one more thing you should know, if you know the volume of the matter, if you know the density of the matter, and if you know the concept called gravity, more about it we'll discuss in class 9, that is also called acceleration due to gravity. Then if you multiply the three, you can find out the force. So we got the density of the atmosphere 1.2, volume of the atmosphere above your head we have calculated, that is 225 meter cube, and the gravity concept that we have in on the earth surface is approximately 10, that is also called acceleration due to gravity. If you multiply the three, we are getting how much, 2700 Newton. So this much force is given by the molecules of the atmosphere on your head in the downward direction. Okay, so you know all the molecules are giving you downward force just because of the gravity. So the gravity is pulling them down, and they are giving force on your head. That's why the gravity is coming here. Okay, now we got how much is the force, and we know how much area of the head we have taken. So if you divide, you'll get the pressure. So dividing this to 2700 by 0.0225, how much we are getting, 1,20,000 Pascal. So capital P small a is for the Pascal, which is the unit of pressure that I asked you to find out in the previous class also. So this is the final answer we are getting, 1,20,000 Pascal, and this is also equal to 120 kilopascal. So small k is for kilo, and kilo means 1000. So this is the final answer we are getting. That is, you can see this number is a huge number, means the atmospheric pressure is really high, that is acting on your body, and this is just for the height of 10 kilometer we have taken, and the height can be more than that also. So the pressure may be more than this, but still we are getting a approximate answer. So the question is, if this much high pressure is acting on the body, then why you are not getting crushed by this atmospheric pressure? So why doesn't our body gets crushed due to atmospheric pressure? So if the pressure is acting on your body, each and every part of your body, our body should be crushed by the high pressure, by the atmosphere, but it's not happening. So very first you can read out the answer. The air pressure in our body, that is in our lungs, ears and stomach, is the same as the air pressure outside our body, which ensures that we don't get crushed. So the concept is the external pressure, that is the pressure of the atmosphere, and the pressure within your body, that is internal pressure, they are same. And since these two pressures are same, they are able to balance each other, and because of this we are not feeling that pressure by the atmosphere. So within our body, the pressure, and outside the body, that is atmospheric pressure, they cancel out each other. Next thing is, our bodies are also flexible enough to cope with when the internal and external pressure are not exactly same. And even if by chance some pressure change will come, means our outer pressure will change, it may increase or decrease, so that variations can be adjusted with the help of body. So our body is quite flexible, and it is able to adjust to some limit, some limitations we have within which we can adjust our body pressure, and we can tolerate that external pressure. Okay, so overall we can say the atmospheric pressure is balanced by our body pressure. So since the pressure within the body and outside, they are same, so it is able to balance each other, and hence we don't feel it, and we are not getting crushed also. But you should know, when you are moving up, that is above the surface of the earth, then you know outer pressure will decrease, pressure of the atmosphere we have discussed in the previous class. So when you move up, your pressure within the body will not change, but the outer pressure will change, that will decrease. So the variation will come, means outer pressure is less than the body pressure, so because of this variation you can have problem. So when the mountaineers, they go to the top of the mountains, they can have problem, because at the top of the mountain the pressure is quite low, and they face problem, like in some cases the bleeding starts from the nose because of that difference. But to some extent the different person can also adjust this. Okay, same thing is when you go into the sea or ocean, down the sea or deeper into the sea, the pressure is very high, because the pressure exerted by the liquid will increase. So the body pressure will not change, but external pressure will increase when you go into the sea, and in that case also the outer pressure is more than your internal pressure, so your body can face problem. So the body can be crushed also, because the outer pressure is becoming more than your internal. So when you go up or when you go down, in both the cases the body can have the problem. Okay, so that is to be taken care when you go into the sea, and when you go into the space, we basically take care. So now let's go for some applications of the atmospheric pressure, and we'll take 4 or 5 examples that will help you to understand how the atmospheric pressure is helping us in real life. And very simple example is drinking straw. So you use the straw for drinking any liquid like juice or water or coconut water we have. So it is working on the concept of atmospheric pressure. You must be knowing it, or if you don't know, you must try to understand this. So how does it work? You can read out very first. When we suck air from the straw, the density of air within the straw decreases, and hence the pressure within the straw decreases. So we understood one thing: if the space will be created between the molecules, the pressure will decrease. So when you suck the air from the straw, then the air within the straw will decrease, and when the air will decrease, what will happen? The pressure will decrease. So now the pressure within the straw is less, but outer pressure, that is atmospheric pressure, will remain high, and you have seen that pressure is really high. So because of this high and low pressure, what will happen? The liquid will start moving towards low pressure, that is towards your mouth, passing through the straw. So hence the external pressure or atmospheric pressure becomes more than the internal pressure of straw. So the liquid like juice or water start rising up and we drink. So you should know, without atmospheric pressure this may not be possible to drink anything with the help of the straw. Okay. Second, rubber sucker. You might have seen it, and we are using it in daily life nowadays. So even this is working on the atmospheric pressure. This gets stuck with the surface. So what will happen? How it works? You press it on the smooth surface, and when you press it, what will happen? The air within that space, that is within that sucker, will come out. And once the air will come out, what will happen? The vacuum will be created within it, and when the vacuum will be created, the pressure will become very low, and outer pressure will remain high, and we know the outer pressure is very high. So since the internal pressure within this sucker is very low now and outer pressure is very high, then finally atmospheric pressure will give lots of impact on it, and it will get stick to the surface. So when the rubber sucker is put on a smooth surface, the air in the sucker is forced out, and hence the pressure within it decreases. Hence external atmospheric pressure becomes greater than its internal pressure, so it sticks to the surface. And one more thing is, it will work only on the smooth surface, because if the surface is not so smooth, then from the rough surface the molecules may not completely come out, because the connection will be there between the atmosphere and the sucker. So that's why rough surface will not help, and this is now used in daily life in many cases. So with the help of this, we are able to have a hanger, that is, we can have a hanger on the wall, smooth wall. We can pull anything with the help of this, and that is all working on the concept of the atmospheric pressure. I hope you understood. Then we have vacuum cleaner. This is also based on the atmospheric pressure. You must be surprised to know, but this is the reality. So we have different types of the vacuum cleaner, but all of them have the same concept, that is, within the vacuum cleaner there is a fan. So very first we can read out: the fan within the pump removes the air from it, creating vacuum or low pressure.
So when the fan is switched on of the vacuum cleaner, then it removes all the air, that is the air which is present in the vacuum cleaner is removed out. Okay, and when the air will be removed out, what will happen? The vacuum will be created within the pump. So when the vacuum will be created, we know the pressure will become very low. So we can say the pressure is decreased, and now the atmospheric pressure will remain high, so it will become greater, much greater than the pressure within the cleaner or vacuum cleaner. So what will happen? Dust particles will be forced into the vacuum cleaner because the outer pressure is high, inner pressure is low. So the dust particles will start moving towards low pressure, that is within the pump. So this is how the dust particles can be collected. So external atmospheric pressure becomes greater than the internal pressure of the pump, so the dust particles are pushed into the pump. I hope you understood. So again, there is a difference in pressure, high and low, and the things will move from high to low. Filling the liquid in syringe also. So when we are going to have the injection or something, then that is also based on the pressure of atmosphere. So you know how it works. If you see the parts of the syringe, we have the plunger, barrel and needle. So the barrel is where the liquid is filled, plunger is which moves outward and inward, and that is the having the main role here, and needle is just to inject it. Okay, so in general, you know how it works. Very first you pull the plunger out, and when you pull it out, what will happen? The space will be created within the barrel. So the more space will be created, the less will be the atmospheric pressure, or less will be the pressure within it, and outer pressure will remain same. So when this is inserted into the liquid medicine with the help of the needle, and then the plunger is pulled out, then internal pressure is very low, decreased because of the space which is created, and outer pressure will remain same. So finally the liquid medicine is taken into the barrel. So we can say when the plunger is pulled out, the space is created within the barrel, and hence the internal pressure decreases. Hence the external atmospheric pressure becomes greater than the internal pressure of barrel, so the liquid medicine moves into the barrel. So again, internal pressure is low, outer pressure is high, and the liquid will move from high to low. This is how this is working. And when you have to inject this into the body, again what you need, outer pressure to be the pressure by the syringe should be high so that it can be injected. So what you do, you basically push the plunger. So when you push the plunger, the liquid molecules will come closer, that is there within the barrel, and when the liquid molecules will come very close, what will happen? The pressure will increase, and that will become higher than the pressure of your body. So when you push the plunger, the internal pressure become high, that is greater than the pressure of the body, and finally the liquid medicine is injected into the body, that is the liquid medicine will move from high to low pressure. So you can see you are adjusting the pressure within the barrel with the help of the plunger. You are moving it in and out, and yes, you are using it. So again, concept of atmospheric pressure we are using in daily life. Dropper, you know, you might have seen the dropper has one end rubber, and that you press, and based on the rubber only the dropper works. So the concept is, the rubber of the dropper is pressed first so that the air is removed, and hence the internal pressure decreases. So when you press, what will happen? The air will escape, the air which is present in the dropper, and then you insert this into the liquid. So first you press, and then you insert this dropper into the liquid, and then you release the rubber, that is also called bulb. So when you release the rubber, now more space will be created, and when more space will be created, the pressure will decrease further, and then what will happen? The liquid will be finally taken into the dropper. So first you press it so the air can be removed, then you release it so that the pressure can decrease further, and then the liquid will be inserted. And when you have to remove the liquid back from the dropper, you press it again. So when you press, what will happen? The molecules of the liquid will come closer, so the pressure will increase and finally the liquid will come out. So again you are adjusting the pressure within the dropper with the help of the rubber by pressing it and releasing it. So this is how it's working. Okay, so now there is one video which will show you a very interesting activity, and based on the activity you'll have the question, and that will be the homework for today. So let's first see the activity, means watch the video and then go for the next. So I hope you will take interest. So just watch the video, observe the activity carefully, what is happening there, because I'm not going to explain anything here. You need to understand the activity yourself. So just keep watching this activity, and you can also try this activity at home taking the help of someone. Okay, so trying the science activity is really very important and very interesting also. So now you can see what is happening there. I'm not going to explain anything here because that is all the homework you have for today. Keep observing sorry, the activity and try to understand what is happening there and why it is happening there, and also you can try this activity at home. So the activity you have seen just now, based on the same you have a question. So try the answer of the following question based on the activity that is shown to you. So very first, what did you understand from the activity shown to you? Explain the observation and conclusion based on your understanding. So I haven't explained anything in this activity. You have seen it, you can try it also at home, and based on this you need to write the explanation, means the explanation of your observation, what you observed in this activity, and whatever the observation is there, from that observation what do you understand or understood. Okay, so your conclusion is also required, your observation is also required. Both things you have to explain one by one. My observation is this and my understanding is this. So this is the homework for you based on the activity only, and we'll continue this chapter, and almost we are at the end of this chapter, and I hope you are enjoying this chapter, force and pressure, and finding interest. But the thing is, you must try the activity at home if possible. Take the help of the elders, and if you have the materials at home, do the activity. No need to go to the market and get it from the market. But the thing is, most of the activities of science can be done from the materials that we have at home, and then only we start enjoying the subject. So you must try. So for today is done. Maintain the notes, take care, be safe, okay, and be at home. So thank you, Hari Om, take care.